Hello, you're listening to ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast. My name is Andrew, and I'm joined today by the developer of the future ReedyGeeks under new management, Sean.
So we have to get really bad, and then we have to make ReedyGeeks
I think people
would
appreciate us more. Yeah, people would appreciate us more if we, would be like Coke, the new Coke and Coke Classic.
Oh, right. ReedyGeeks Classic.
ReedyGeeks Classic.
We have to hit rock bottom before we can develop the better and brighter future. But it's out there.
And that other voice is the owner of the Chair Company, meaning Charred Humanoid Animatronics Inspection and Restoration Company, JJ.
Wow, I have an acronym. Okay. Okay. As Sean's word said, there may have been some foul play.
Yes, okay, good. I'm glad you used that.
The Tiki Room.
Well,
see, guys, I told you it was his words. I told you.
And it's funny because Sean would never know.
Right, I wouldn't know.
Him.
Yeah. I just have to hope that the information I sent Andrew made its way into the pod after my internet crapped the bed.
If you have a good title for my co-host here, please send in your ideas to reedygeeks@gmail.com. In today's episode, the Geeks share what we think are some of the most overrated aspects of Walt Disney World. So after spending the month of April focusing on the things at Walt Disney World that frustrated us, disappoint us, or just plain don't work for us, it only felt right to close things out with a topic that always gets people talking: overrated things. Not necessarily bad things, not even things we hate. Actually, some of the things on this list we really like and enjoy. Things that are just overhyped, and so much so that they never can possibly live up to their reputation. Because at Disney World, some things are truly great, and some things are just good marketing, good timing, or people convincing themselves they had a life-changing experience waiting 90 minutes in the sun. So today, we're wrapping up Negative April and talking about the most overrated things in Walt Disney World.
Let's see if I can be a hater for one more week. This is going to be tough.
You're running out of time.
This is the last one, though.
Put your hater hat on.
We're going to get super positive after this, JJ.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, all right.
So we're going to go around, and each of us created our own list of things that we felt were overrated about Walt Disney World. And again, like I said in the introduction here, is that it's not that these are necessarily bad things or that we don't like them, but it's just that the hype around them, either online or in Disney's marketing, is just way overblown, and they're not as good as what you would think them to be. Their reputation would lead you to be. Think.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start with one because you said online and hype. I'm going to start with something, and this one I think is a little controversial because I understand why it exists, and I too am someone that enjoys some of these things, but I'm going to say viral foods are overrated. Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing, food is very subjective. Sometimes something that's viral you're not going to enjoy, but a lot of these viral foods end up with these long lines. And if you're not at the parks often, like, why wait a half hour for a dessert when there's a dessert that's just as good with no line? Like, if you're not someone that's going to the parks 3 or 4 times a year, your time is too precious to spend it waiting online for a snack. And and sometimes it's a roll of the dice if you personally are even going to enjoy it.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with Disney,
right.
But when you're talking about like viral foods, but have you guys heard about the fried chicken ice cream at Yankee Stadium?
Oh, yes. No, is this new?
Yes, it's like a stunt food. It's like a little it's a little ice cream cone, but it looks like they could put cornflakes on it or something, so it looks like
it's in a bucket. And it looks like it's just regular ice cream that is, like I said, it's got some kind of cornflake or some kind of topping that makes it look like breaded chicken. And they cannot keep this ice cream in stock. And people are going nuts, like dragging them online about it because they advertise and they hype it up so much before the season. And then it's like, oh, by the second inning, we're out of it. And, everyone's going there just to take a picture of it for their Instagram and say they got the fried chicken ice cream. And yeah, so, So the social media-ification Disney specifically and Disney foods and Disney drinks. And listen, we just 2 years in a row have done
food and drink,
maybe overhyping bars and restaurants and drinks. But yeah, I think the social media and influencerification of a lot of Disney has caused it's like manufactured FOMO. And I think that is not always great.
Yeah, I think there is some sort of manufactured FOMO. But again, I would say that like the people that's for is the people that are bored of the current offerings at these parks, these new viral foods. And the same with, baseball stadiums are always trying something stupid or silly. That's always going to be a thing because it's fun, and it's fun to like post on social media like that stunt food.
Yeah.
It's no one's fault that it happens. It's just, I feel like it's a shame that someone who's going to the park for the first time in 3 years thinks they need to spend a half hour, 40 minutes on a line for a singular food item when they don't. There's so much more to enjoy that would be probably a better use of their time, even if you're not a ride person per se.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of layers to this, though, because it's not even the people online that are doing this for clicks or because they want to get the algorithm to highlight them more. But Disney gets in on this too. Like I have on my list, which has to do with this, so I think it's a good pivot here. Just their cupcakes and desserts in general. Now we know that it's just super cheap to make desserts, and they mass produce them in a central location, and this is just cents for them.
Right.
But they want these things to go viral so that they can make money off of them. But then, the cupcakes really, they're never anything special. I think there is blame to go around to people who actually say online, this is amazing, this is a must get, or something of that nature. You know what I mean?
Well, when it's not good, yes, of course.
Yes. Yes.
If something isn't good and you're saying it's good, like, come on, have some integrity.
Disney loves its free advertising. People do it for them. It's an easy.
We certainly don't.
Don't get the cupcake.
Well,
insert the Spider-Man pointing at each other. You're advertising to Disney for free. Me?
I mean, could we say that Mickey-shaped foods is free advertising for Disney?
Oh, that's another overrated thing? Is Mickey-shaped foods?
Mickey-shaped foods. It has nothing to do with the quality. I love the ice cream bar, but at the end of the day, it's a Haagen-Dazs. It's a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar.
And the waffles. The waffles are good.
Yeah. I'll stay with food, and I will say I think this is overrated. I will refrain from saying that it's flat out not worth the money, because I think that in the right situation, in the right time, this can be worth money to a larger family. But I think one of the biggest overrated things in Disney is the Disney dining plan. I think it is like one of the biggest, for lack of a better term, scams. It's that illusion of like you're prepaying for food, so your food in the parks are free, your snacks are free. All you have to do is bump your magic band or tap your key card and you get your meal. But so rarely, I've found in my experience, I used to get the dining plan every time I'd go, and I always found that like at the end of the trip, I had like 4 or 5 meals, 2 snacks. What is the actual monetary value of that? That's over $100 in food and snacks that I'm just kind of leaving on the table. I think for large families with kids that eat on regimented, like they eat on schedules and they know they're going to eat certain things at certain times, it can be worth it for a convenience factor. But I think the dining plan itself, prepaying and committing yourself to that amount of food, highly overrated.
Yeah, even because of the sit down restaurants, like the fact that they make you get an appetizer, they make you get a dessert. Like you're paying for that. That's not a free appetizer and free dessert. That's part of the price, and not everybody wants an appetizer or dessert. It's just we're obviously not people here who like fixed menus, right? This is essentially one large prefix menu. I know we have said prior to in other episodes that if you want to prepay for your dining, just go get a gift card and continuously add to your gift card all year round, and then that will be your dining card when you go.
It doesn't expire if you, for some reason, spend less than you thought.
Right, exactly. And it's so much more flexible. You want to...
Yeah, it can go to other things.
Skip a table service. Yeah, you want to skip a table service and get more snacks or a quick service, or you want to spend it on a souvenir. You can do anything you want with it.
Right. Like if you put $1,000 on a gift card and at the end of your trip, you've only spent $700, $750, you can buy souvenirs. You can buy photos. You can buy, you put that money to use elsewhere.
You can use that as your deposit for your bounce back offer.
For your bounce back.
You can.
Also, a little PSA for the gift card thing. Sam's Club is about to launch their spring 10% off of Disney gift cards. So a $200 gift card is going to be $180. And of course, remember promo code ReedyGeeks.
So I actually saw today a $500 gift card is going to be $480. So that's 10%, but $450.
Yeah,
it's at a larger rate, and you can buy 2 gift cards per membership per transaction. So you can go up to $1,000 there for $900.
Right, getting $1,000, getting $100 off of anything at Disney. That can go straight to your room. Yeah. That can go to your spending money at the parks. It can be used for literally anything.
It's only available May 1st through May 3rd, so make sure you get that while supplies last.
Yeah, and promo code ReedyGeeks. It won't work, but
it won't work, but maybe you'll laugh.
Yeah, that's so funny, JJ, that you mentioned that. I saw that today, and I'm already, trying to look for what's the cheapest way to get a membership to Sam's Club. I mean, I can use it on DVC dues.
Right, and they'll run that again around the fall in Black Friday, Christmas area. They'll do 10% off again. So that $25 that you're going to spend in the next week to get access to that, you'll be able to do it again, and maybe we'll all be able to use that at the end of the year to help fund the Reedy Geek corporate retreat.
Exactly.
I mean, we have to take our own ideas and recommendations and do them ourselves.
We have to walk the walk a little bit.
Wait a minute. I love that idea.
But I will say my other small food point before we move off the topic is Starbucks in the parks.
Oh.
Everywhere you go, anywhere else in the world, you got Starbucks within 10 feet of you. I don't understand why it's such a hype in Disney World. It just makes all the lines are out the door for the same coffee you get at the strip mall at home. I don't know. Just get the coffee at the hotel.
I agree, but that's so related to my don't wait a half hour online for something that's just as good right next door. Why wait online for a half hour for a viral cookie when there's a 5-minute wait for a Dole Whip in the shop next door? There's something just as good right by, and I think the same can be applied to coffee. I understand Joffrey's isn't everybody's favorite, but there's a lot of other offerings that don't have the same line situation. Maybe not in the parks, though. Parks, you kind of stuck with Joffrey's or Starbucks.
I was just about to say, I will go to Starbucks. I think there's nothing better than getting a double espresso or an iced coffee at 2 in the afternoon to power you through the afternoon into the evening. And I really do not like Joffrey's iced coffee. I think it's really bad. So I'll go there specifically for that.
But at 2 p.m., it doesn't have the same line problem that I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
That 8 to 10 a.m., it's just as long as some of the lines for the best rides.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I'm here, I need to get awake, I need my coffee now. But at 2 p.m., I don't think it's as bad. It's not as bad of a line.
Yeah.
It's also not as bad of a line comparatively, right? Like, yeah, maybe it's a 15-minute wait for Starbucks, but what else in the park is only 15-minute wait at 2 p.m.? Park's at max capacity.
All right. JJ, why don't you take us to one of your next ones?
Okay, so I'm going to go to the resorts, and I'm going to say this might be my hottest take of the thing. I think the moderate resorts are not worth your cash, especially if you're someone that's only going once or twice a year to Disney. If you're only going once a year, you're barely going to be at the resort. You're going to be doing so much of the other stuff. You're going to be in the parks. You're going to be at Springs. You can't justify the extra cost between Pop Century and the All-Stars to Caribbean Beach. I just don't see it.
Come on, JJ. Say the words. Is it overrated or not?
Oh, it's total. No, okay. Moderate resorts are overrated. Moderate resorts
one more
are
time.
overrated. Okay. Moderate resorts are overrated. I just think for the majority of people going to Disney World, you don't need to spend that money because you're not going to use the amenities, because the room itself is not that much better. And as a matter of fact, some of the partner places will actually give you a benefit of the those late hours. You get them at the Swan and Dolphin, and the Swan and Dolphin is pretty evenly priced with these moderate resorts.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to use your Bonvoy points at the Swan and Dolphin. So there's another layer of that where it's like,
or earn Bonvoy points.
Earn Bonvoy points too, right? Yeah, exactly. You can use them, you can earn them, and that's a big deal for a lot of. I know a lot of people are into points.
Points.
I love points.
I had a similar. We both had similar. We both had different points, but we're saying very similar things. And mine was resorts as well. And my point was, I think spending cash on the deluxe resorts is a bit overrated.
Yeah.
If you're going to Disney World a couple times a year and you're paying cash to stay at the deluxe resorts, can I just interest you in the Disney Vacation Club? Like, you know, or can I interest you in renting someone's points to save a little of your money and to get those same accommodations? And to JJ's point, if you're willing to spend $280, $290, $310 a night to stay at Caribbean Beach or the upgraded Port Orleans rooms, look at DVC rental.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, you can find a DVC resort for the nightly value of the same, maybe a little more. The jump from Pop Century to a moderate today is minimal. It's a large dollar and minimal quality, but like the jump from Port Orleans French Quarter to the Grand Floridian for only maybe $50 or $60 more a night if you're renting someone's points is a huge value. At the end of the day, it's not about cost cutting. It's not about saving money. It's just making sure that for the money you're spending on this trip, you're bleeding the value dry from the trip.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So agreed. So many of these resorts are just, the deluxe resorts are so expensive on the cash rate.
Yeah.
Paul and Amy Krieger, if you're listening, promo code ReedyGeeks, tvcrentalstore.com.
Yeah.
I do think it's an invaluable tool to have. If you're going to spend the money, then it's so much more worth it to rent DVC points than to pay cash. You absolutely hit the nail on the head. As a matter of fact, I actually am looking at friend of the podcast, Michael C. Cronin. He just sent me a quote he got from one of those companies for staying at the beach club during spring break next year with his family. It's about $550 a night, which is a lot of money. Yeah. But the cash rate that same week is $800, $750 a night.
Yep.
So you're saving 30% off of the rack rate that so many people are just booking through Disney for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And like to stay at like a place like say like Coronado Springs or Caribbean Beach, to stay at like that, those are what I would consider like some of the nicer moderates. Like to stay at one of those resorts during spring break, you're probably touching $400 a night. You might be eclipsing it depending on what day of the week you want to travel. So like again, the difference is $100 extra a night, but what you're getting, in my opinion, and I would never tell someone what to do with their money, but in my opinion, the value you're getting there is so much more worth spending that money when the price difference is that small for the deluxe accommodations.
You know, it's funny. Maybe I should talk to Michael C. Cronin, because I would say that if this was a DVC overrated show, I would put Beach Club as my number one overrated DVC resort.
Well, he's never done it, and he's got 2 kids, so I'm sure they'll rope drop Stormalong Bay and have a good morning until it gets crazy.
Yeah.
I just looked up the dates of his trip just so we can compare apples to apples. The rack rate for that is $836 a night. And for Boardwalk is $863 a night. Grand Floridian is $970 a night. And he's getting it for a whole hotel room less, $300 a night less.
Mm-hmm. Spending $800 or $900 on a hotel room, not just overrated, just stupid.
Right. So this is you hit the nail on the head. Never pay cash for deluxe.
Yeah.
I think you might have the best point of this entire episode. Also, DVC rental store, hit us up. Promo code ReedyGeeks.
Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day.
Staying with the resorts area, I wanted to pool some of the resorts together and use their transportation as an overrated. I think the monorail is overrated. I think a lot of people want to stay at the... Yes.
I'll hear him out.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
I'm willing to at least hear him out.
A lot of people want to stay at the monorail resorts because of the monorail, but the transportation in itself is overrated. It's too overcrowded. It breaks too often. It smells like a diaper in there sometimes. They need to be replaced.
Please,
tremendously need to replace. And
please,
I think
listeners, do not turn off this podcast because of the opinions of one geek.
Since they came out with the Skyliner, I think that it clearly shows that that's a better form of actual transportation. If you want to ride the monorail just for the sake of like nostalgia and like, oh yeah, like, you know, this is what seeing the Magic Kingdom like this is really nice. That's fine. But the whole idea of the monorail before was like, this was like, you know, a really cool new form of transportation technology. But now I could just do it if I go to JFK. Like it's not really novel anymore. They're old and they need to be replaced. If they did something with them different, I would go back to saying that they're cool again.
No, they're always cool. I don't care how old they are, but you are right that they need to be updated. They are something that's overdue for an overhaul. I agree. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I do not think they're overrated. I think they are still by far the coolest way to get around Disney World.
But as a form of transportation, they're not that great.
As an efficient mode of transportation, I don't care. I mean, cool wins. It's fun. It's a ride.
I mean, it's not inefficient. It's just you can sometimes be in a really crowded car with really loud kids and maybe some really smelly people. I think it's still an efficient way to get a couple hundred people from 2 hotels to the Magic Kingdom. I think it's an efficient way to get a couple hundred people from the TTC to Epcot. I don't know that it's the efficiency that I'm questioning, but I would agree that a lot of people will prioritize staying at the Contemporary, the Polynesian, or the Grand Floridian specifically because they're on the monorail. And I mean,
and they think that gives them an advantage,
right?
But
right.
You know, I don't think it really
Magic
does.
Kingdom from the Contemporary. I mean, if you have 4 kids, you're probably not doing that. But like, it's not the advantage you think it is, and a lot of times the wait time is absurd.
Yeah.
As far as efficiency goes, yeah, I bet you the ferry boat is a little more efficient. but I'm taking that monorail
I'm never getting on that ferry.
I think though that if you're at a resort that's not on the monorail loop, you might be just as efficient or even more efficient with a bus.
Yeah. The boat from the Wilderness Lodge is definitely more efficient than the monorail, but the monorail is infinitely cooler.
So so staying at the monorail resorts for the transportation of a monorail is overrated.
Okay. See, now with that caveat, I can understand the ideology of like,
if he had just said that from the beginning, but he chose.
I did.
He chose
you said the monorail is overrated.
To specify the monorail,
and then you said that it smells like a diaper sometimes.
It does.
Okay, I can't control who you sit in there with.
Erroneous
On all counts.
Boys, watch your manners.
Yeah, if you can't say something nice.
Boys.
This is, and again, sometimes I struggle with, is this overrated or do I just not like it? But I'm going to say overrated because right now it seems to be all the rage with new bars and lounges in Disney. I think 45-minute time limit bars and lounges, making them a priority is, I think, a little overrated. I think those bars and lounges right now are a bit overrated because they're so... Gate-kept is not the right word, but like they're so regulated, like they're very regulated, and I think I will appreciate those bars a little more. I would say when, not if, they just become free range, like you can come and go. I think it'll obviously happen with Oga's a lot sooner than it will Beacon Barrel. Beacon Barrel will be this way probably for a couple of years, but I think that Oga's will eventually open up to be maybe it's still reservation based at some times of the day, but it's maybe not. Maybe like those tables are reservation based,
but the
like
bar isn't.
The high top tables and the bars can be walk up, and you're not time kept. So I think I love Oga's, and I'm sure I will love Beacon Barrel, but I think making a plan to go to these bars based on the heavy, and they're really strict on the time. Like they'll come around and tell you have 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
I think that is a little overrated to make that a focal point of your day.
Yes, that makes sense. I will also say, Oga's is already walk up at Disneyland.
Right.
So
it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. They just need demand to die down a little bit, and they will start phasing it out, phasing needing the reservation out. I agree that the 45-minute time limit and being so strict with it is so annoying. Yeah. I like the idea of posting that rule as a way to encourage people to either be spending money or leave. But I don't want to see people getting kicked out while they're in the middle of like having a good time or having a meal. I think that's silly, and I don't think that's the best customer experience. You know, like if you want someone to enjoy the space, like, and they're actively enjoying the space and using it as it's intended to be, let them do it. Let them eat cake, right?
Yes.
That's what Walt Disney said. Famously.
Yes. Let them eat cake and drink fuzzy tauntauns.
Let them drink fuzzy tauntauns.
I think it's so that a lot of more people can experience it, but it also so they can control how much alcohol you're drinking. They don't want to overserve you
in the Magic Kingdom
in a restaurant.
A huge concern. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. That Magic Kingdom, it may never go away, just because it's a good way to keep people basically at a. Also, the prices are a good way to keep people at a 2-drink maximum.
Yeah,
but
one other thing, new drinks too. It's been out how many years? Come up with a new menu once in a while.
Oh, for
overlay.
Oga's.
Yeah, for Oga's.
Yeah, they should definitely do more. Change the menu up. Do some more, like maybe have a seasonal.
Yeah.
Give me a Life Day menu at Oga's.
Okay, Sean, you were about to say something and I rudely cut you off.
Yes, as is usually the case. I have one more, and for the sake of the pod, and for the sake of maybe annoying my two co-hosts, I will give my final overrated item: rope dropping.
Oh no!
Rope dropping, I think, is overrated. I am a sleeper. I am not a morning person. I feel like I get just as much enjoyment out of the park arriving at 10:30 than getting out and hustling and getting there at 8 o'clock just to get on like one ride, maybe two extra rides. I'd rather buy the lightning lanes, get there at 10:30, well rested. I think rope dropping as a like a behavior and as a habit, one man's humble opinion.
Do not let the opinions of one geek affect your...
Sean, there's this episode of ReedyGeeks where we talk about the effects of rope dropping with the author of the unofficial guide to Walt Disney World.
Oh, yes. I think I was part of recording that. I think I was part of recording that.
You should go back and listen to that, because rope dropping can save you 2 hours. 2 hours of your day from waiting online.
I will also say, yes, if you're willing to buy the lightning lanes, of course, show up whenever you want. If you have it set up where you go, I'm going to show up at 10:30, and you buy the lightning lane, and you have something that you can tap in right at 10:30, right when you walk in the door, have at it. And you're going to have an amazing day. Just as good of a day as someone that skips buying the lightning lane but shows up early will have. But if you show up late and you're trying to get on stuff, you're going to be waiting on lines if you're not also using lightning lane stuff. But if you're okay waiting in line, then you're okay. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can wait online if you want. I mean, I guess it's more line beers. So what do more line beers is good.
Not in Magic Kingdom. That actually kind of leads into my last one as well. And it's must-dos. I think that, I think having must-dos at Disney World is a bit overrated. And I'm talking about things like, if I don't do this, my trip is ruined, that type of thing. I'm not talking about traditions like, oh, it's a tradition that we always go to Magic Kingdom as our first park. That's fine. If that's your must-do, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, I need to get a reservation at this restaurant. I need to eat here. I need to go on to this ride. Otherwise, my trip is ruined. I think that's something that people kind of fall into. And it's because nothing in Walt Disney World is rated so high as to ruin your entire vacation and your whole day because you didn't get to do it.
Except riding on the monorail.
You got me back by the end of your spiel.
There we go.
So
I knew it.
I do think you should have one or two must-dos or goals for your park day.
I think goal is different. Yeah.
But
goal is a good way of putting it. I think
having a must-do and having and calling it that is different than saying that your whole trip is going to be ruined if it doesn't happen.
Yeah. This kind of goes back to the what we were saying earlier about the viral foods. Like it's the manufactured FOMO, the concept, like Andrew said, the concept of like your trip is not complete unless you do this, because the way everyone enjoys their trip is so different, you know?
And maybe it's using the term must do, right? Like filing my taxes is a must do, right? If I don't do that, I go to jail. Right? I don't know, like riding Tower of Terror is maybe a goal. That's what I wanted to do today, and I didn't get to do it. Shucks, right?
Yeah, but I do think the idea that, like, you are correct. There is not a single thing, because there's so many great things to do on a Disney trip that the disappointment of missing one of your goals or one of your, even if you still call them must-dos, it doesn't ruin your trip. It might feel incomplete, but that may be just as motivation to go back.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
TurboTax.
All right, so
Geeks.
Yeah, perfect.
TurboTax.
For all your late tax filing needs, because it's April 28th as of the release date of this episode.
JJ, did you have a last one to send us off on?
No, I think you guys did great. However, do you think we have time for a little game?
Yeah, I think we got time for a game.
I can squeeze one in.
So this is a game I already prompted you guys for. April being the month that the Masters happen. There is a special event that kicks off the Masters week, and that is the meal. So there is a special dinner that all of the previous winners of the Masters are invited to go to, and the person that won the previous year gets to set the menu. This is really kind of that person's chance to build a dream meal of all of their favorite stuff. It's a multi-course meal. Some of the best chefs in the world they have access to. They build a really great meal for them and the people that are in this special club with them, all these other green jacket winners. I felt it would be fun to do this same premise, but we'll do it with Disney foods. So we used the template of this year's master menu as our guide. There were several appetizers for the table, a first course, a choice of 2 entrees, and then a dessert. So it's a 4-course meal. The only additional rule is that you cannot use a single restaurant more than once. So if you love Ohana's bread pudding and their dumplings, you can't use both in your dream meal. You can only pick one. So does everybody have their Masters meals ready to share?
I do.
Yes.
Perfect.
I do.
Okay. Let's start with Sean. What do your appetizers look like?
So I will add one thing I did learn this year about the Masters Champions dinner is that the host of the meal, the previous year's champion, pays for the meal. So,
what? Damn.
Augusta, yeah.
I'm out.
So Augusta you can bring in anything you want. They will cook it. They'll learn how to prepare it. You can bring in your own chefs if you want. But in terms of the food and drinks you're providing, you are footing the bill for the meal. You are truly hosting the meal. And they were talking to a guy that, I forget his name, but a guy that won it maybe 15 or 20 years ago. He said that at the time, his Masters meal ran him $25,000. Then listen, if you've won the Masters, money probably isn't a problem for you. So, it's not really a concern. But I'm looking at my menu now, imagining having to pay for all of this myself. So it might be a dinner of maybe just 2 or 3 people.
I'm just going to bring in a crave case.
It's just going to be the golden e-ticket winners.
Yeah,
so it's just going to be Nomad.
Good.
It's just going to be for Nomad Lounge and for Citricos.
So my appetizers, I have 4 selections. The first selection is the cheeseburger spring rolls from the Spring Roll Wagon in the Magic Kingdom.
Solid.
I have the Chipotle barbecue bison meatballs from Geyser Point's menu.
Ooh.
I have the family style skillet of garlic chili glazed pork dumplings, honey coriander wings, Ohana noodles, and stir fry vegetables.
What
from
a
Ohana.
sneaky move! I love that.
And
you get all that?
Well, because it is just the one appetizer.
It's an appetizer, and for the more adventurous, I have some salmon sashimi from Epcot.
Wow! Oh, that was such a sneaky move. I love that.
These are my appetizers. Yeah.
Was it from guest relations in Epcot?
No, it's from. It's from. Hold on, I have the restaurant.
Shiki Sai.
Shiki Sai. Yeah, it's from. It's salmon sashimi from Shiki Sai.
That's the sushi restaurant in the Japan Pavilion.
So these are my past appetizers.
Damn,
I like that. Good job, Andy. What about you?
All right, so I'm starting off with a soup, the Canadian cheddar cheese soup from Le Cellier.
Okay.
And then I am going a little bit different. I'm getting the Wayfinder burger from Wailulu Bar and Grill as an appetizer.
You making them like little sliders or something?
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
That's
I'm going to
smart.
chop it up into 3 little sliders. Yeah.
Smart.
Then we have a Ronto wrap.
What?
It's his meal.
It's my meal. A Ronto wrap from
You're taking
Ronto. And we're finishing off our appetizers with the Korean barbecue pork belly boo buns. Bao buns from Nomad Lounge in Animal Kingdom.
Nice.
A high-lie in a paper bag.
Oh, also, yes, we also added a signature drink to the menu. Yes. So maybe we'll do that next. But my appetizers, I'm also going to be from Nomad Lounge, the Bangkok Crispy Wings. And I'm also going to Wailulu. Wow, we're matching up here, but different stuff. I'm doing the Ahi Tuna Crisps.
Those are so good.
They're crazy good.
Yeah.
I'm doing the bread service from Sanaa.
Ooh.
And I'm also doing a soup, but I'm doing the butternut squash soup from Boma.
Nice.
Okay.
Which is just like, that is, the first time I had that soup, I was like, I think this is my favorite soup I've ever had. Granted, it was like 2007, and I was like 18 years old. But
you were
still,
a soup novice, you know.
Right.
You never tried. You've only had packaged ramen. That's it.
Yeah.
or like French onion soup from Palace Diner.
Yeah.
The Good Steer, how dare you? Have gone up such fancy places.
If you know any of those places, please write in at ReedyGeeks.
You are definitely from Long Island. Which, welcome. Let's be pals. So that is my appetizer course. Let's move over to signature drink, which is not on the menu. But I do think it's appropriate. Because given that we do enjoy a signature drink, again, we'll stick with the same order. Sean, what is your signature drink?
My signature drink is care of the Golden E-Ticket winner for Best Bar in Disney World, and that is the Tempting Tigress from Nomad Lounge.
Love that. That's one of the best drinks. You're entirely correct. Andrew, what about you? What's your signature drink?
So my signature drink is going to be the Diablo at La Cava de Tequila.
Ooh, spicy.
It's a
little bit spicy.
A hotel room coffee cup that has bourbon in it.
It's a cup of Maker's Mark with 3 ice cubes in it.
That's my pre-appetizer drink that I'm walking in
perfect.
with.
Right, they serve it in the tray when you walk in.
Right. You're like, sir,
instead of champagne
want...
flutes, it's a to-go coffee cup with some bourbon in it.
It has to say Disney Resorts on the. On the
it has to have those logos that are indecipherable. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Okay, my signature drink is I'm shocked that Andrew didn't take this. The brown butter old fashioned from GO82.
Yeah.
I think that is a worthy addition. Although everybody did have great drinks and great appetizers. I'd happily eat any of your guys' meals thus far. Okay, now our first course, our first served course, Sean.
So my first course is a menu item already on JJ's appetizers, but it's the Indian style bread service at Sanaa. Is
nice.
My first course for everybody. Everyone gets the bread service after their appetizers.
Nice. Yeah. That's worthy. One of the singular best food items in the resort. Andrew.
Absolutely.
So I'm going in a completely different direction here. My first course is going to be the Indian style bread service from Sanaa.
Oh, wow.
Is the bread service... Wait, we all 3 picked it. Is it the best food item
it's
in Disney World?
I have so much appreciation for it because, like, the idea of eating curry to a picky eater like me was horrifying. Like, I had no idea what to expect, and just like trying it, loving it, and like going like it it blew my mind how much I loved it. And like I'm sure there are people out there that are not picky eaters that are like, yeah, it's really good. Like it's
it's bread with sauce,
right?
Like,
but like I loved it so much because it kind of like opened my eyes and my palate to like a cuisine or a culinary experience that I never would have gone for at home.
Perfect.
It's so funny. I was reading a forum of things that people were saying were overrated, and someone said bread service was overrated. And their reasoning was you can have the bread service, just go to Trader Joe's. What do you think of that? Can you find like a lot of those things at some place like Trader Joe's?
You can find little non-breads, yes, but
is it? But you gotta make it yourself. Is it as good?
There's no giraffe outside.
I could make a filet mignon at home that is close to getting one at Yachtsman or at Le Cellier, but like it's not that dry aged good meat, and it's being cooked at my apartment stove. It's
right, exactly.
It's like, we have this at home. We have bread service at home. Like, no, you don't.
My first course is going to be, obviously we haven't mentioned this yet today, so we have to mention it. It's going to be the big ravioli, aka the goat cheese raviolo from California Grill. You're welcome, guys. You can check that off of your little bingo card. That everyone
was getting worried there.
I know, right? Looking at the time, we're cutting it pretty close to the end here without mentioning California Grill.
Or specifically the big ravioli.
Yeah, well, it is a standout thing that, again, that's something that I had kind of similar to Sean with the bread service. Like, it's a big ravioli. No, like how good could a big ravioli be? It's going to be whatever. It's a piece of bread. And also the flip side of like, I don't know if I like goat cheese. Right. Because I was pretty young when I had it for the first time. And I was like, no, it's really good. It's been around and on that menu for so long that it just feels like something I want to showcase to everyone if this is my master's meal, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, now for the mains. What are your two options for mains, Sean?
So I have three. I have a choice of three.
Oh, choice of three.
Yes. Our first choice is the Le Cellier filet mignon.
All right.
Our second choice is the Chef Arth Smith's fried chicken platter.
Ooh, yeah.
Complete with the cheddar biscuit and mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're interested in maybe you've had a lot of, filling appetizers and the bread service, I did think of those people. You have the option of the Hollywood Brown Derby Cobb salad.
Nice. A nice lighter option.
Right. Maybe you just stuffed your face with bread service and had a ton of cheeseburger spring rolls, and you're thinking, maybe not the fried chicken.
Okay, Andrew.
So I only have two.
As do I.
So
it's fine.
I apologize to the vegetarians. So we have the Surf and Turf from Narcoossee's, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. And then we have the A5 Wagyu from Victoria and Albert's.
Wow, so you're not even giving people a seafood only, a poultry. It's just like, do you want beef or do you want beef with lobster?
do you want beef? Right. Do you want beef or do you want like really good beef?
Really, really good beef.
You think I'm frightening, okay? Because you have a wonderful imagination.
Again, we're kind of circling the same boat, Andrew. I am staying at the Grand Floridian, just like you, with two restaurants at the Grand Floridian as my entrees. From Citricos, I have the guava short rib, and then your seafood option is the scallops from Narcoossee's. So you can get a beef, short rib, or you can get scallops. So you got and scallops are obviously that's a little lighter than the heavy short rib.
Yes,
I felt like that was good balance. And again, it's funny that we were both at Grand Floridian.
Well, I do think the Grand Floridian has the best resort restaurants. Definitely.
I mean, yeah, that and Animal Kingdom Lodge. I think Animal Kingdom Lodge might have a higher floor. I think the worst sit down at Animal Kingdom Lodge might be better than the worst sit down at Grand Floridian, but Grand Floridian does have more, so it's kind of sways it.
Yeah, Park. You're thinking of Park?
Park, yeah. I think that Boma is better than 1900 Park Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, our very last one, our desserts. Sean, what is your dessert?
Well, I hope that everybody brought their appetite because I've served up quite a meal here, but everybody in attendance to the dinner gets the kitchen sink from Beaches and Cream Soda Shop. That's the dessert.
Oh my god!
Beaches and kitchen sinks all around.
Imagine just like 10 kitchen sinks at one table.
Andrew, tell us the direction you went for your dessert.
So I thought I'd go a little lighter than Sean's. So I decided to do the entire kitchen sink from Beaches and Cream.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I can tell by his face when I said it that that's the kitchen sink too.
I've never actually had it before. I would love to have it.
It's a lot of ice cream.
I love ice cream. I often have way too much and make myself sick. But yeah. I love
it's definitely like something one person can tackle, but I just don't recommend doing so and then walking around 90 degree theme park weather all day. Like, split it with 2 or 3 people, or like have it and then like go right to bed.
Speaking of ice cream,
all that dairy and then just lay down in bed.
Speaking of ice cream, I do have an announcement to make. The Ralph's Italian Ices around the block from my new house has
a Reedy Geek flavor.
Ooh,
it has Dole Whip.
Is that just a bourbon flavored Italian ice?
No, they have Dole Whips on top of right. The Reedy Geek flavor of Ralph's Italian Ices.
It's just shaved ice.
It's a brown butter old fashioned ice. And there's a float of Maker's Mark on the top of it.
So Dole Whip. I mean, we'll have to see if it's like real Dole Whip.
It is. I had some. They gave it. I ordered an ice. Saw the sign. I'm like, you guys have Dole Whips too? Like, I just moved. Like, I said to the guy that I just moved, and he gave me a free little cup of Dole Whip.
Ginger's like, you're going to see me a lot.
It's like, I'll be back.
Learn this face.
I'm local now.
Do you have a loyalty card?
Yeah, I'm walking distance. I'm walking distance from Dole Whips. Watch out. The summer of Dole Whip.
I'm in.
So my dessert is not a Dole Whip, even though it probably should be. It's going to be the coconut bread pudding from Sebastian's Bistro.
Ooh.
Oh, that is good. I remember that being very good.
I thought you'd be going like big cookie ice cream or something.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, obviously Dole Whip would be a classic, but I feel like I'm going to do the marketing for Sebastian's Bistro. That coconut bread pudding is outstanding. So we'll give that some love.
Absolutely.
I think everybody had
these are good menus.
Meals. Yes. So again, let us know in the show post whose master's meal you'd most want to attend.
Well, should we go through?
Yes, and we'll go through. Yep, we'll go through. Sean, why don't you lead us through your meal?
My appetizers are the cheeseburger spring rolls, the Chipotle barbecue bison meatballs, the family-style skillet of the pork dumplings, wings, and ohana noodles and stir-fry vegetables, and then some salmon sashimi. The first course is the Indian-style bread service from Sanaa. My entree options are Le Cellier filet mignon, the Hollywood Brown Derby Cobb salad, and Chef Art Smith's fried chicken. And for dessert, everyone gets a kitchen sink.
It's so funny. You both picked it. Okay, Andrew, let's run down yours.
So I'm starting off with the Canadian cheddar cheese soup from Le Cellier, the Wayfinder burger from Wailulu Bar and Grill, but as sliders, a full Ronto wrap. Everyone gets a full Ronto wrap. And the Korean barbecue pork belly bao buns from Nomad Lounge, Disney's Animal Kingdom. Our first course is going to be the bread service from Sanaa, and our entree is going to be the surf and turf from Narcoossee's and the A5 Wagyu from Victoria and Albert's. For dessert, we're going to have the kitchen sink, and my drink was Diablo from Le Cellier. I'm sorry, not Le Cellier, from Le Cava del Tequila.
My signature drink was the Tempting Tigress from the Nomad Lounge.
Nice. Okay. So my meal, the superior meal, even though those meals do sound great, and I don't know if I can actually beat Wagyu, A5 Wagyu, prepared by the Victoria and Albert chefs, but I'll try.
And then follow it up with the kitchen sink.
Talk about a rich meal. Jeez. You won't be able to move for a week, but it'll be good. Okay, I'm going for the Bangkok Crispy Wings from Nomad Lounge, the Ahi Tuna Crisps from Wailulu Bar and Grill, bread service from Sanaa, and the Butternut Squash Soup from Boma as my appetizers. My first course is going to be the Goat Cheese Raviolo from California Grill. My mains will be option of the Guava Short Rib from Citricos or the Scallops from Narcoossee's. And for dessert, coconut bread pudding from Sebastian's Bistro, with the signature drink being the Brown Butter Old Fashioned from Geo 82.
All right, that sounds awesome.
Can we recreate these meals? Now that would be premium.
I'll need
content.
to save some money.
I mean, my A5 Wagyu, I think you can't get that without paying like $300.
I think that is something that's service. I think that is something that's like $20 an ounce or something.
I was going to say that
like
I know there's a steakhouse around here that does it by the ounce, and it's like $30 or $40 an ounce.
Yeah.
We ended up microwaving frozen pizzas.
Well, this might be the last opportunity to ask for a review for the month of April.
Oh, yeah. There's still a couple days left of April. Submit your review and get your chance to win a hat. Don't wait until the month resets. I mean, although maybe strategically you should.
That's true. We did get a good number of reviews in the
right
month
away,
of April.
and then it slowed down.
Right.
Some folks had said some nice things about us, so we appreciate it.
You know what
really
actually would be a good strategy is for you to review, this person who's ever listening to review in April, and then have your significant other review in May, like the first May 1st.
You got to double dip. Yeah.
Hedge your bets.
Grab their phone, write the review for them.
And if you have no idea what we're talking about, each month we are going to be giving away a dad hat to someone who leaves us a review, any type of review. We prefer it to be a good review. But
please make it good.
Please, good. Just my fragile ego cannot handle being considered a 3-star podcast.
We're going to announce the winners on Instagram. So we'll announce April's winner in our first once we get into May. So keep an eye on our Instagram account the first week of May, and you'll see if it was your review that won. Then we'll contact you and get you that hat.
Absolutely. And thank you guys so much. Everyone's starting to leave the reviews, and it's really great. Some much nicer words than I think I've ever said about other people's podcasts, even 5-star reviews I've personally left on podcasts. So it's really cool. Thank you so much.
And if you could please let us know which one of our meals was the best meal. Head to our Instagram account and let us know in the show post.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously me, unless you're just going to try to milk Andrew out of $300 of A5 Wagyu.
You just like keep on reordering the Wagyu. And I'm sitting in the back. I'm ruined. Sean, you want to take us out?
Thanks for listening to another episode of the ReedyGeeks podcast. Like, rate, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Any questions, comments, concerns, future titles, or topic ideas, email us at ReedyGeeks@gmail.com and check us out on all our socials at ReedyGeeks. We'll see you next time.
Now, is there historical context on the idea of being overrated?
At one point, everything was fairly rated.
This week's Honest Send-Off comes courtesy of the Geeks. If you have an honest send-off that you want played at the end of one of our episodes, please submit an audio clip to us via our email address, ReedyGeeks@gmail.com. ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast, is hosted and executive produced by Andrew Shopey, Sean Murphy, and JJ Hefner. Music and audio engineering by JJ Hefner.
Voyage.